From ohwpaint.com. We've set the gun up now, and what I want to do is just take you through how to apply the paint to a part without putting too much on or not enough. I also want you to show what the coverage is like with our paint. We're going to use white over this dark green. This is a rain gutter, and it's plastic, but we just really want to show you guys how to properly apply the paint. If this was just a flat piece of panel, we would just generally go back, forth with a 3-inch overlap, and that would be your coat. Not everybody's dipping panels. A lot of guys are dipping car parts, bike parts, deer skulls, things like that, with lots of little corners and bits and pieces. This right here, as you can see, we've got obviously a right angle area here, another right angle here, and one in the corner, but we've also got all these little ridges. What I tell everybody in our classes is always paint the small irritating parts first. The big, flat, fun to spray parts will always be left till the end, and they will start to accumulate a layer of paint of their own simply because you've been painting all these small little areas and then the paint will overlap. Rather than paint the big areas first and then all the little pieces, where in the corners especially you'll start to get double or triple or quadruple areas of paint. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this. We are, obviously for the sake of the class, not being able to, we can't put a mask on simply because you're not going to be able to hear us. But always wear a mask, and it needs to be a respirator, not a dust mask. This is by 3M, it's a half mask. This is really the only one we ever recommend, simply because it's tried and trusted. It's got carbon filters in it, and it really does take out all the fumes. Dust masks won't do that, so just be aware. I'm going to go ahead and spray this. What we're going to do first of all is spray these tricky areas. I've got this on a turntable so that you can have a look. We have got these areas in here, these tight areas. Always do those areas first. I'm going to go ahead, turn the gun sideways. Our fan is, at the moment, is a vertical fan. I'm going to go ahead and on and off is the way. It's like a throttle on a motorcycle, like you're revving it up. You want to come on and off as you go around the part. So I'll show you what I mean, and we'll give it a first coat. That's all you need for the first coat. You can see how much of this area is already covered. We've covered the inside wall with one coat. We're going to go do this back wall, on and off, and again the whole way across here, so on and off. And you want for this about a 6-inch overlap. When we've got this here, do you see this is the only bit we really need spray? We've got all of these little ridges as well. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm not going to spray it at this angle because we'll miss these ridges. So I'm going to actually tilt the gun at about this angle and just give two nice, well, it'll be two nice passes. Nice and slow. And you can see I'm about 7 to 8 inches away from the part. So now that we've got the interior done, we're going to hit the wall up at the top. Again, look at the speed. Look at the speed of the pass. You always want to keep your gun perpendicular to the part. You don't want to be doing this. It's nice and slow like a robot. Now we're just going to go around the front here. Curve the gun with the part and all the way along the side. Spin it around this face, and then around this face. So this really is your first coat. You can still see a bit of green coming through, but we're doing it nice and slowly so that you guys can see what you're supposed to be accomplishing. Inside here, we've got no runs now, because we've hit these parts first. If you would hit this big part and then these parts, all the paint would have collected in these gutters. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes and then go ahead and hit it with a second coat. Hi, we're back to do the second coat now. It's been about 10 minutes. You can see here that the part is dry. There's no paint coming off. Most of the solvents in the paint have evaporated now, so it is ready to take its other paint. You can wait longer, you can wait 20 minutes, half an hour, but we recommend 10-15 minutes. It's about 85 degrees today. We're going to go ahead and give it the second coat, and it's going to be exactly the same as before. We're going to start in the corners, on and off, again, 6 to 8 inches away. And again, 6 to 8 inches. And on these edges, I'm giving it about, you can see this fan here, I'm giving it about a 4-inch overlap, 3 to 4 inches on these areas, and that'll give you a nice even coverage. You can see that's 2 coats, the green is totally gone. And we are gonna, now, you can see our second coat is lined up along here. We're gonna go get this back wall, totally white, and then we're gonna come in with our final 2 coats in here. And again, and look at the speed. We're not racing down the part with this. It's nice and slow. We know we're not putting on too much paint. So we're going to do the tops. Again, keep it nice and parallel to the part. And I'm on the paint. Okay, we got more paint in the gun now. First rule, I had only filled this up about a quarter of the way, just for the sake of this video. Always just put a little bit of extra paint and you can pour it right back into the can with one hit wonder. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and hit the rest of this top. Nice and slow. We've got our pressure set at 22 pounds, so 22 when you pull the trigger in. So we've got the inside done, the 2 top walls. We're going to go around the side here. Nice and slow. And again, look at the speed. I'm not racing down the part. We're going to do this back wall. And then we're going to do this final front wall here. Again, keep the gun nice and parallel to the part. And the last little piece is just this little tip. You want this gun to curve around the part. Nice and slow. And that's it. In about 15-20 minutes, it'll be dry to the touch. You'll be ready to dip. And that's it. Jason the One Hit Wonder. OHWpaint.com. Look us up online and ask us any questions.